Three adolescents behind bars for two weekend murders. New tonight on Our News Live at 7. The boys face a judge after investigators say a feud turns deadly. Plus, residents' concerns loom as plans for a new state-of-the-art hospital unveiled for Western New Providence. And on Grand Bahama, wild weather triggers an extended power outage. Then in our news at 7:30, the Rastafarian community divided over the proposed cannabis bill as some express concerns over prescriptions. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. We are following new developments as investigators probing what is believed to be the country's 50th homicide on Ferguson Street. Our Joshua Williams, he is actually on the scene, reporting that police say two men in a silver car approached by another three masked men when they were shot. Now, police tell us one of the men died on the scene, the other transported to hospital. We are learning that they were both being electronically monitored. We're told that the 22-year-old, the man who died, was actually a 22-year-old, and the man in hospital, he is in his late 20s. We are following this. We'll have the latest coming up in our news at 7:30. And three teenage boys behind bars in connection to two fatal shootings that police say stemmed from a high school feud. A 14-year-old and 16-year-old stood before Magistrate Algernon Allen Jr. in relation to the May 10th murder of Rennick Jean-Louis. Police say Jean-Louis was at a basketball court on Quinton Alley with two others when he was allegedly shot by the 14-year-old. The juvenile is also accused of having a firearm to endanger the lives of Jean-Louis' companions. The 16-year-old is accused of aiding the alleged killer after the fatal shooting. Meanwhile, prosecutors say 18-year-old Carlton McIntosh shot dead 15-year-old Ricardo Bridgewater as he slept in his home at Smith's Lane. McIntosh faced a murder charge when he appeared before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley. He is expected back in court on September 19th, and the teens, they are expected back in court on August 27th. And residents of Grove West still uneasy about government's decision to build a state-of-the-art hospital in their community. During a town hall meeting at Stapleton School on Tuesday, Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville outlined plans for the $290 million facility that will include a children's and women's hospital. Plans are to place it on 50 acres of land off New Providence Highway. Following that meeting, Our News decided to canvass the area to hear firsthand concerns from those living in the area. We spoke with community spokesperson Azalita Nuri, who says while residents agree there's a need for a new hospital, it's not necessarily the right location.
Apparently there's some spring tides that brings the water up. I don't know enough about the area over there, but we understand that there are water fields over there and the sea surge. I don't know if you remember, was it a couple months ago when they had to shut down West Bay Street because of the storms coming in at Saunders Beach? So here it is, you have a hospital that's going on a highway and it's bottleneck traffic. And with water coming in, people couldn't get home. How will the ambulances move through?
And Nuri says crime is also something that residents are concerned about.
Whenever there's construction, crime always comes into the neighborhood. When this road was built, because don't forget, this is all new from the last decade, there's so many openings in and out of the Grove now. Grove West, which is Highland Park, down by Dolphin Drive, and all the way up to the other side by the Goodman's Bay Financial Center. All these arteries, we've had a lot more crime.
Well, Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville hitting back at claims that the Bimini morgue is out of operation. Residents there have been vocal about the state of the morgue after a social media post claimed remains were being held in a morgue that wasn't, quote, working properly, end quote. Dr. Darville says he saw the post and the incident is isolated and should not be blown out of proportion.
The morgue in Bimini had a mechanical problem. To my understanding, that is being addressed. I saw the social media posts. I thought it was unfair because the ministry responded very effectively. A lot of the concerns were directly related to delays as it relates to the mortician, and we were on top of it. I spoke directly to my nurse in charge, and the post that you're reading is not completely accurate. But for us in the ministry, we don't go behind social media.
And Dr. Darville says mechanical issues are not out of the ordinary on family islands, and particularly at family island morgues, noting that the ministry is actively working to address those issues, particularly on Bimini.
We continue to press on to ensure that we repair, but all of these equipment are mechanical equipment, and sometimes they do fail. That circumstance is unfortunate because the morgue was working and someone else died, and we found out that it had a mechanical. I don't know if it was a power surge, but I could tell you my director of facilities was on top of that, and the residents of Bimini could rest assured that we intend to stay focused and to do exactly what we need to do to protect lives and to secure their loved ones in the event of death.
All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, including the latest on that murder that we reported about at the top of the hour. But before we get to that, it's time now for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center. Greg?
Welcome, everybody, for our first look at weather. We had quite a bit of activity across the extreme northern islands. Prefrontal trough, along with a front moving into that area, sparking some showers and some thunderstorms. Some of those are high-level clouds moving into our area, partly cloudy skies. We'll call it warm. Temperatures in the mid-80s, 85 degrees. Winds are still out of the south, and they are at 9 miles per hour, but your feels-like temperature very warm, 87 degrees on the outside. Temperatures around the islands, 82 in Freeport. You guys still have some showers lingering with some thunderstorms nearby. 83 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. 84 at Bimini, Great Harbor Key, 85. Nicholstown, Andros, you guys are very warm, 87 at this hour. 82 in Governor's Harbor. Central Bahamas, 87 in Kemps Bay. 82s, Georgetown, Deadman's Key. Arthurstown, Cat Island, 81. Coburn Town, San Salvador, 78. And into the southeast Bahamas, 81s in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Delectable Bay, 82. Colonel Hill, Crooked Island. Abrams Bay, 83. And a pair of 84s in the Turks and Caicos Islands, as well as Inagua. Sideline radar composite. We have an active frontal boundary across the extreme northern islands, showers and thunderstorms, prompting some severe thunderstorm warnings. Earlier today, we also had some very significant events with this front and prefrontal trough dropping in. Some hail reported in Grand Bahama. We had a lightning strike also in that island. We will continue to watch the system as it starts to fall apart. So we could see one or two more strong showers and thunderstorms out of this. But eventually the system is expected to wane off and pull towards the east and away from us. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. So look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news, Valley Boys Junkery Group dismisses rumors of a leadership change. Plus, wild weather hits Grand Bahama with heavy showers, severe thunderstorms, and an island-wide power outage. And as pine forest fires ravage northern islands, we've got expert analysis on environmental impact in tonight's Sustainability First.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for Season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sally. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell?
Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and they're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be number one? Let's find out.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucaya solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. Inti is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as Inti Corporation shines brighter than ever. Inti Corporation, powering your world, powering your future.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward.
The Valley Boys Junkanoo Group denying recent rumors of leadership changes within that group. In a press release issued this afternoon, the group says the leadership of the Valley Boys remains the same. The statement said, quote, "We can confirm there have been no alterations to our executive committee or section leaders, and our leadership body remains intact and committed to upholding the tradition and legacy of the Valley Boys," end quote. The release goes on to say continued support from sponsors is an indication of the Valley Boys' stability, going on to urge the public to ignore any unfounded claims that say otherwise. It added that all official Valley Boys communications will come from the chairman, Brian Adderley, or the group's communications team. And wild weather passing through Grand Bahama overnight, this as the island experienced heavy showers and severe thunderstorms. Meteorologists say the unsettled weather in the north is associated with a cold front that's moving across South Florida. Now, these images obtained by Our News shows hail battering the ground in some parts of 8 Mile Rock. Grand Bahama also experiencing an island-wide power outage. Chief Operations Officer for the Grand Bahama Power Company is Nikita Bullings.
Last night, we would have had an increase in severe lightning activity. And what happens when we have lightning hit any of our systems, whether it's the transmission and distribution lines or any of our equipment, it causes a surge in the voltage and it causes instability on the system. And so what the system does to protect itself is it forces itself offline due to the increase in whether it's the high voltage that is outside of our operational parameters.
Power officials confirm electricity was restored to customers shortly after 10 o'clock last night. Some customers sharing their frustration on social media. Mullings highlighting the importance of safety during adverse weather conditions.
Be patient and bear with us. We too are customers. These are employees that leave their homes, they leave their families, they leave their wives, spouses, husbands, kids, mothers, fathers, and home because they are committed to safely restoring power in a safe, efficient manner to the customers. The process I explained was just to give a little bit more detail and insight into why it takes a little bit longer than we suspect. I know sometimes we presume that once the weather is clear, similar to just hopping in our cars and turning the keys, the engine starts. But for the energy plant, it doesn't work that way.
All right, we've been following fires in pine forests on 4 of our northern islands. They've all seen fires in the past month. In tonight's edition of Sustainability First, Marlena Leonard has an expert's take on the environmental impact.
Bahamas first, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
Dr. Ethan Freed is an expert in the floristics and ecology of the Lucayan archipelago and is a botanist at the Leon Levy Native Plant Preserve. I asked him about the recent string of forest fires we've seen in our northern islands.
These are systems that are actually fire-driven or fire-supported. So fire is a natural part of the system as it occurs. What is necessary for the pine to survive and to grow and to reproduce, most importantly, is for the fires to come in, clear the underbrush out, release nutrients, and then allow light to come in.
Dr. Freed tells us these kinds of fires should occur every 3 to 5 years. But what about the animals that live in these pine forests?
If they're occurring on a somewhat regular basis, the animals that are there are largely able to get out of the way and outrun the fire. It's probably things like birds and snakes and crabs and things like that.
He warns that if the underbrush accumulates too long without burning, when the time does come for a fire, it can make things worse.
If you've done that for a while, then the fires get a little bigger. So when they do occur, they occur on a much more grander scale.
Just because many of the fires are part of a natural cycle doesn't mean we shouldn't take care to prevent causing them ourselves. Avoiding things like throwing trash or cigarettes out of your car is a good start, and you can also take steps to protect your property.
But that doesn't mean for a homeowner or a farm or something like that, you would want to take precautions on your own property to be able to make sure you have a fire break around your land, you have adequate systems to be able to prevent houses from catching on fire. And this is both for the homeowner as well as for government to make sure that those things are in place.
Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Marlena Leonard.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as a suspect is charged with the attempted murder of Slovak PM Fico. Plus, an Algerian man missing for 26 years found alive in a neighbor's cellar. And the U.S. Justice Department set to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. When our news returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more and they're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. A suspect has been charged with the attempted murder of Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico. Fico was shot multiple times in what authorities believe to be a politically motivated assault. The alleged assailant, identified as a 71-year-old, acted alone, according to the Interior Minister. The PM, who is in critical condition, was rushed to the hospital where he remained stable but serious. The incident has sparked concerns over political tensions in Slovakia. In a remarkable discovery, a man missing for 26 years has been found alive in his neighbor's cellar. Omar bin Omar vanished during the Algerian Civil War in the 1900s, or in the 1990s, that is. Now 45, he was found just 200 meters from his childhood home. Authorities have arrested a 61-year-old suspect of holding him captive. Bin Omran's reappearance has stunned his family, who had feared the worst during the conflict that claimed thousands of lives. He was reportedly discovered hidden under haystacks in a sheepfold following a tip-off. Officials are conducting a thorough investigation, describing the case as heinous. And in a landmark move, the Justice Department has proposed reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug, acknowledging its medical benefit and lower potential for abuse compared to substances such as heroin and LSD. While not legalizing recreational use, the plan shifts marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, a step prompted by President Joe Biden's call for a review in 2022. Biden, who has also pardoned thousands for marijuana possession, hailed the decision as a step towards rectifying past injustices. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was May 16. Then in our news at 7:30, a man accused of molesting a 15-year-old is denied bail. Plus, 4 students injured at a GB school following a lightning strike. The story when our news returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for Season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell?
Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. Inti is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as Inti Corporation shines brighter than ever. Inti Corporation, power.
Back to our news. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was May 16th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 2013, a bill was introduced in Parliament to rename the Labor Day holiday as the Randolph Fox Labor Day. So Randolph Fox, known as the father of labor in the Bahamas, was a pivotal figure in establishing the country's trade union and advocating for civil rights. Knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 1978, his legacy continues to shape the nation. Labor Day honors the contributions of working people towards national progress. In the same year, Bradley Roberts, former chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, commented on the dismissal of National Insurance Board Director Algernon Cargill amid allegations of financial impropriety. Despite a forensic investigation revealing no wrongdoing, the probe incurred substantial costs. 5 years later, a settlement was reached between government and Cargill.
Roberts, however, is justifying the cost, comparing it to huge sums spent on 2 commissions of inquiry under the Ingram administration.
And I understand some people have raised the question that the economy is in such a shape and that we should not have been spending this kind of money. Well, in 1992, when the commission of inquiry was held by Mr. Ingram, the economy of the Bahamas was at a very low ebb as well, too. So if you want a comparison, there it is.
And in 2016, Dr. Andre Rollins, then Fort Charlotte MP, faced questions from the media over the PLP's selection of Alfred Sayers as their candidate for the upcoming general election. Having previously won the seat, Rollins, who had joined the opposition F&M, downplayed concerns about Sayers, suggesting that a big name didn't guarantee success.
You understand where I'm coming from?
No, so you're saying you're not concerned about Mr. Sayers?
Oh, come on. Let me ask you this question. In the last general election, how many big-name persons of the then governing party lost their seats?
Quite a few of them. Quite a few of them.
Okay. Is it unusual in this country for people to go into an election as persons who are well-known senior members of parties and lose? Is it unusual? So what do you fear?
I don't fear anything. I'm asking about you.
No, I fear nothing. Nothing at all. That's why I stand on my feet and I say what I have to say in here.
All right, to watch that historical recap again, and for all of today's top stories, you can visit Our News on Facebook. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now with the latest headlines is Atalia Hall. Atalia?
Thanks so much, Ken. Well, we are following the country's latest homicide as 2 men being electronically monitored are shot. One of them killed on Ferguson Street. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our news live at 7:30, a man accused of molesting a 15-year-old girl is denied bail. We'll tell you when he's due back in court to be indicted. Also, members of the Rastafarian community say no pharmacist in this world can properly prescribe cannabis. We'll hear their perspective straight ahead. And on Grand Bahama, 4 students injured at a school as lightning strikes. Plus, you can expect heavy police presence at this year's Carnival parade. The chief superintendent tells us the road closures ahead of this year's fete. Our news live at 7:30 is back in a moment.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. Inti is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as Inti Corporation shines brighter than ever. Inti Corporation, powering your world, powering your future.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People can...
Welcome to our news. Thank you for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. A double shooting leading to the death of a man marking the country's 50th murder for the year. Police called to Ferguson Street in the Baintown community this afternoon where 2 men, both being electronically monitored, were shot. A 22-year-old dying on the scene. The other, in his late 20s, transported to hospital. Here's Press Police Chief Liaison Superintendent Christine Skippings, who spoke with reporters on the scene.
2 males were inside a silver Cilio, that's a small Japanese vehicle, that was traveling east along Ferguson Street. They were approached, or I should say they were obstructed by the driver of a small silver Japanese vehicle as they approached the intersection of Ruperdane Lane. It is reported that 3 masked males, 2 of whom had handguns, 1 of whom had a high-powered weapon, exited their vehicle and opened fire on the victim's vehicle, which resulted in the 2 males attempting to flee. They exited their vehicle and were pursued by the 3 masked male, which resulted in them being fatally shot multiple times.
And of course, we're still following this story. A 36-year-old accused of molesting a 15-year-old girl has been denied bail. Prosecutors allege John Charles had relations with the underage teen on May 12. Charles did not have to plead to a charge of unlawful sexual intercourse when he appeared before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vo Evans. Charles is back in court on August 8 to receive voluntary bill of indictment papers. Tonight, members of the Rastafarian community are weighing in on the recently tabled cannabis bill. While others in the religion are fairly pleased, this group says they still have a few issues. Our Joshua Williams reports.
We would like our rights respected and protected by law.
That's the message of the Nyabingi Rastafarian community.
It's the first time they've spoken out publicly against the cannabis bill that was tabled yesterday in Parliament. The Rastafarian religion is split into several denominations. The Naibingi tribe is just one of them. While consultations occurred with various Rastafarian communities, such as the one led by High Priest Richmond McKinney on Fire Trail Road, they feel as if they've not been heard.
We wouldn't consider that a consultation. I'd call that a meeting with us.
They didn't really have much consultation with Rastafari community. Last meeting we had with the AG, when he told us that the draft will be pushed out and the bill will be put forward, he showed that we as the Rastafari community will get a chance to sit down and have some transparency with them and we'll have some where we could express our views and push our views forward.
They think the bill is only focused on the pharmaceutical industry, adding that their community should be considered.
The prescribing of cannabis cannot be done by no pharmacist in this world. This would be the only jurisdiction where they try that. It's us, the herbalists, who have to be able to try this, who have to prescribe this.
Now, the bill states that the sacrament could be used in places of worship like this. However, the community here says that doesn't cut it.
Our body is the temple, so we need to really have that part addressed because that would not benefit anybody in the community.
Our place of dwelling, we smoke our sacrament. When we go on out in the community and we have a gathering, assembly, we smoke our sacrament. So we don't just smoke our sacrament in the tabernacle.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks for that, Josh. Well, former Prime Minister Perry Christie remains optimistic about progress in Haiti. Christie, who is a member of the Eminent Persons Group, says they're just waiting on that multinational force to go into Haiti. Our Bertie McDermott has been following the story.
The dire situation in Haiti is expected to again take center stage at this year's CARICOM meeting in July. Former Prime Minister Perry Christie, who serves as one of the 3 former prime ministers on the Eminent Persons Group, says they're waiting on a multinational force to go into Haiti.
And we are anxiously waiting developments now for that multinational force to have the necessary approvals and to travel to Haiti.
The UN approved the multinational force late last year. Haiti has faced political, social, and economic turmoil for years since the assassination of former President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021. At the center of the controversy more recently were calls for former President Ariel Henry's resignation. Gangs took control of the streets and Haiti declared a state of emergency. Christie believes Haitian leaders have been comfortably leaning on CARICOM for support.
Events are moving rapidly. The Haitian leaders have been able to rely on the assistance of CARICOM, who has served them very well as members of CARICOM.
The Bahamas committed to sending 150 troops to Haiti along with other Caribbean countries. Kenya has agreed to lead the initiative with 1,000 troops, but a Kenyan court blocked the deployment, putting the security force at risk.
Now it's only a question of the Kenyan government and the government of Benin, the 2 countries that are in the forefront of that. And as you know, the Bahamas and Jamaica and Belize have indicated a willingness to provide support to Haiti. But all of that, I think, will happen when the bulk of the forces go in from the African countries.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right, thanks for that, Brittany. Well, lovely weather in the capital on this Thursday, but we can't say the same for the northern Bahamas. This as Grand Bahama experienced heavy rain over the past 24 hours. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome everybody for a quick check on conditions around the islands. Very active frontal boundary pushing into the northwest Bahamas. Severe weather warnings issued earlier today. We had some lightning strikes. We also had some hail out of this system. That system will continue to push towards the south. We'll show that in a short while. 85 degrees is our current temperature under partly cloudy skies, and it is warm. South winds at 9 miles per hour. That's pumping that warm air mass across us. Feels like 87 degrees on the outside. Satellite and radar composite. Showers and thunderstorms associated with a prefrontal trough ahead of a front that's now across the extreme northwest Bahamas. That prompted the severe weather warnings issued for the Grand Bahama as well as the Abacos. Very strong thunderstorms associated with the system. Most of the activity is starting to wane off. We expect that front to continue to drop into the northwest Bahamas tonight through tomorrow. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us to look at your extended forecast. It's still to come.
Still to come on our news, 4 students injured at the Bishop Michael Eldon School in Grand Bahama following a lightning strike. Plus, Grand Bahama's Youth Sports and Culture Division gets a new office. That's all coming up when our news returns.
It has all the
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Guess what? Island Luck is turning 15 this year, and they're pulling out all the stops. First, there's an all-new website packed with new lottery and casino games. Enhanced VIP and free slot tournaments. Daily pick'ems, 30 days of luck with daily prizes. And exciting game shows featuring customers just like you. Get ready for more opportunities to win for the entire year as Island Luck turns 15.
Island Luck, celebrating 15 years of winning.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was.
4 students in Grand Bahama injured and taken to hospital following lightning activity at the Bishop Michael Eldon School in Freeport. The alarming news taking the public by surprise as the island continued to experience heavy rain showers and thunderstorms today. Meteorologists say the unsettled weather in the northern region is associated with a cold front that's moving across South Florida. Principal of the institution, Cynthia Wells, says the incident took place around 9 this morning and adds 3 additional students were taken to the hospital by their parents as well.
The first set that were taken, 2 of them had bruises from the concrete that was debris that flew around after the lightning strike. And then there were numerous children complaining about the ringing in their ear, because it was a loud thunderclap. So those students who were outside were having problems with that.
While parents were asked to come and pick up their children following the incident, those who are sitting the national examinations remained in school. Wells says most of the school was dismissed so that the incident could be properly investigated and to ensure student safety. The principal details what investigators said may have happened.
They believe that the lightning hit the palm tree and then traveled through the ground, through the roots, and it hit the concrete pavement where they were standing. And so that's where the debris came from.
While the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture officially opened its new headquarters in Grand Bahama, officials say it's a significant step towards enhancing youth development, sports excellence, and cultural preservation. Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Boleg says the facility will serve as a hub for innovative programs and initiatives aimed at empowering the nation's youth and fostering a vibrant cultural community.
We'll have all the boardrooms and meeting spaces where we can invite the various youth clubs to be able to utilize those spaces and be able to bring innovative ideas so that we can continue to develop our youth and the country at large, and from what the information we gain from our youth. And so it's just a historical day for us to be able to have the staff of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture to be able to come and now walk into a work environment that they can be pleased of.
Now, they've been without an office of this magnitude since Hurricane Dorian, which makes the new headquarters even more important, according to Grand Bahama Minister Ginger Moxie.
Given the challenges that we faced in the past with hurricanes and the displacement caused, little by little, you pressed on and continued without wavering. And here we are today in your new space. Our efforts as a government continue to focus on Grand Bahama as a center for sustainability, the home of innovation, events and entertainment, and maritime and logistics. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture's work has not gone unnoticed.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, ready for the road? The Carnival parade route revealed and road closures announced by police. The story straight ahead.
Coming up in sports, primary school track and field takes center stage, and BJ Murray continues to make plays in AAA baseball.
And later, women empowerment. The United States Embassy's Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program most recent cohort were honored. The story when our news continues.
INTI Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, INTI redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. INTI is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as INTI Corporation shines brighter than ever. INTI Corporation, powering your world, powering your future.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought
This is our news. Welcome back. Two ministries partnering to host the biggest primary school track and field meet of the year. Here now with our sports presented by 10th year seniors is Ronaldo Dorset. Ronaldo?
Thanks, Italia, and welcome to Our Sports presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. BJ Murray continues to work his way out of a recent slump at the plate, highlighted by his third home run of the season. Murray hit a solo shot in the second inning of his Iowa Cubs' 4-3 loss to the Syracuse Mets yesterday. It was the second home run of the inning for the Cubs, but they were unable to hold on to the 3-0 lead as they fell to 8th in the International League standings. The adjustment to AAA has been a struggle at times this season for Murray, with a 169, 283, 280 slash line through 35 games. Murray is eligible for the Rule 5 draft at the conclusion of this season. Earlier in the series and on the other side of the matchup, Trace Thompson homered for the Mets in Tuesday's 8-7 win over the Cubs. Through 48 AAA games, Thompson is hitting .271 with 3 home runs. Both Murray and Thompson were a part of the Bahamian contingent that participated for Team Great Britain in their historic run at the World Baseball Classic. Primary school track and field will take center stage next week at the 2024 Frank Pancho Ramming Championships. The Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, along with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, will host the meet May 21st to 23rd at the original Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium under the theme, Ringing in a New Era of Sporting Excellence.
Anyone who knows Ricardo DeVoe knows that I am passionate about primary school students. They are our future. They are the ones who we will see making the Bahamas proud. And so for, again, Ministry of Youth, we thank you for continuing this work that was started here in the Ministry of Youth for a long time, that you continue to honor the legacy of Frank Pancho Ramming with this competition.
The meet will feature over 30 schools from the Family Islands and more than 15 from New Providence over the course of the 3-day event. While Jonquel Jones is primarily focused on her New York Liberties WNBA season, she also has an eye on national team development and the future of Bahamas basketball.
I think it just goes to show that we just have so much talent, and if we continue to invest and we continue to, just give and create the infrastructure for our younger players to develop, it's no reason why our basketball team shouldn't be just as successful as our track and field teams and being able to qualify for the Olympics.
Another Bahamian basketball prospect is making the move from Division II to Division I. Zion Richardson will join the Cal State Fullerton Titans for the upcoming 2024-25 campaign. A 6'4" guard, he spent last season at Quincy University, where he averaged 17.7 points and 7.2 rebounds per game in 26 contests. Richardson began his career at the Division I level, but played sparingly for Wofford University, averaging just over a point and just over a rebound in 32 contests. He then spent a redshirt season at South Plains Community College before signing with Quincy. That'll do it for Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Back to the studio.
When our news comes back from the break, women empowerment. The United States Embassy's Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program, most recent cohort honored, plus overall nice temperatures in the capital on this Thursday. Greg is back with more weather details right after this quick break. Stay with us.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for Season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
Welcome back to our news. You can expect to see heavy police presence at this year's Carnival parade. That's according to Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Kristen Skippings. Skippings telling reporters the Carnival route will be from Arawak Key traveling west on Bay Street to Goodman's Bay and back. Police say road closures will begin at 9 a.m.
The parade will begin at 10 o'clock. However, at 8 a.m., there will be no parking along the route of the parade. And at 9 o'clock, road closures will begin.
Police say no side vendors will be allowed along the route, adding those who want to have a stall must contact the Carnival Committee. ATVs, golf carts, motorbikes, or any unauthorized vehicles will not be allowed on the parade route. Vendors are only allowed to set up at Propul's Track, Saunders Beach, and the southern side of West Bay Street, directly across from Arawak Key. Additionally, anyone who wants to sell alcohol must have a special license from the organizing committee.
There will be no side vendors along the route. Persons who wish to have a stall, they need to reach out to the organizing committee so that they can get the requisite license to set up or to sell items.
All right, well, while we saw fairly nice weather conditions in the capital, the northern Bahamas got lots of heavy rain and in some areas hail. Greg is back in the Weather Center with your extended forecast. Greg.
Yeah, thanks again, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for our final check of weather. Very active cold front, late season one, pushing into the northwest Bahamas. Upper level support helping to trigger some very strong thunderstorms as well as some heavy showers across the Grand Bahama as well as the Abaco area. Some of that activity will be pushing into the Berry Islands overnight through tomorrow. But we did have some lightning strikes out of this system across Grand Bahama. One of the local schools are having some activity there. Also, we had some hail reported with this system. System will continue to push towards the south, should weaken as it pushes through the remainder of the northwest Bahamas and should get near the New Providence area by tomorrow. So we could see some isolated showers out of this system once it gets here. But most of the activity staying across the extreme northern islands. So this is an earlier look how things are setting up. Most of the energy associated with the system pulling towards the east through Friday, and then by Saturday, high pressure system will be building in across our area, and that's going to bring us back to some very warm temperatures for the upcoming weekend. Taking a look at our boating conditions through northwest Bahamas tonight to tomorrow, your winds will fall off light and variable, but they will be mainly out of the southwest, and then eventually becoming westerly at 10 to 15 knots. Seas running 2 to 4 feet. Your low tide will be at 9:54 tonight. Your high tide takes place at 4 a.m. in the morning. For the central and southeast Bahamas, southeast southerly flow at 10 to 15 knots also. Those winds will fall light and variable, seas running 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, conditions will be improving through tomorrow, mostly sunny, humid. We do expect some clouds on the weekend, but most of the temperatures will be in the upper 80s, approaching the 90-degree mark, with the feels-like temperature approaching the triple digits. And those overnight low temperatures will stay in the upper 70s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a great night and stay safe, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Well, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs continuing to embrace female entrepreneurs and equip them with the tools needed to create sustainable businesses. At a reception this week, members of their most recent cohort were honored. Our Danielle Miller was there.
The Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, also known as AWE, is a U.S. Department of State Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs initiative supporting women entrepreneurs around the world. Last evening at the newly renovated U.S. Ambassador's residence, more than 100 women who have completed the program gathered for a reception in honor of their accomplishment. Throughout the night, we received remarks from the embassy's partners,
Well, I was one of the grant winners for my cohort. I was also one of the awesome winners. So I won $5,000 that I was able to put back into my business. So I'm very, very thankful to the U.S. Embassy as well as the SBDC for giving me the opportunity to participate and showcase what my business has to offer.
The Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center and the Women's Investment Group. Past alum members like Corel Pinder, Bodine Johnson, and myself were recognized for our commitment to national and community building. Certificates of completion were then given to the last cohort that participated in the program.
I was also going through cancer treatment, and I needed some avenue to, focus my energy and a goal towards something that was positive. And so I decided that I would go ahead and use that program as a means, as a platform to jump start me into my new direction, my new lease on life. Yes.
Sumaya Abadole, Public Relations Officer for the United States Embassy in Nassau, shared with us the plans the embassy has to diversify this program. They intend to offer the program in the Family Islands. The program is offered in most of the CARICOM countries. With that said, plans are underway for a regional summit right here in the Bahamas.
Now we will be the first to host a regional summit. So we're going to bring the Caribbean alumni here to the Bahamas first, and then we're going to see who would be interested in hosting next.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that, Danny. And of course, to see that story again, it's available now on ournews.bs. And with that, we thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.